okay. Inside Story listeners, I'm Kristin Messagey, your host. We have Candice Michelle today, one of my brand new friends from Instagram. We've been following each other and I was like, oh my gosh, you should be on Inside Story. Candice is a type 2 and this season is all about the work for each type. So Candice, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad we finally got to do this.
I know we had some scheduling issues, which was perfect for a 6 and a 2 because we kind of had to just face the fact that we were human right out the gate instead of trying to pretend all the things 6s and 2s try to pretend with each other.
Yeah. And
So
it
that was
was
really handy.
so relieving, honestly, before
Right?
even just having this conversation. It's like, oh, okay, we've now both kind of ping-ponged this back and forth a couple times.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, we're human. We can
Yeah.
we can proceed. Okay, so first things first, I want to talk about your business because it's very cool and different, I think, in the Enneagram world. So you are a coach,
Yes.
but if you would be willing, okay, well, first, before we talk about that, no, I just changed my mind. Let's stick with
This is
my
gonna be
first
great.
idea. Tell me about Enneagram and TV. What in the
Oh.
world? So cool.
It's hard for me to tell that story without a bit of backstory.
We love backstory.
A little bit of a backstory. I used to be a professional makeup artist, and I
What?
was,
Okay.
yeah, I was traveling North America, working
As
for
one
different
does.
brands. Yeah, just chill. Um, and I was working for Tarte Cosmetics at the time, and I was in a car accident,
Mm.
and I never went back because I couldn't. And, I stopped driving, I stopped doing all of these things. So basically, I went from having a very demanding time-wise job to having nothing to do but watch TV. And I'm just watching TV and watching TV, and it happens to coincide with when Enneagram crosses my feed on Instagram. So I'm just spending all this time watching TV shows and pairing them up with Enneagram, and it became something I couldn't imagined of it being, and
Right.
it turned into me actually studying the shows and taking notes and plotting different levels of development and coming back with clients to be like, hey, you have a similar motivation to this character that you watch all the time. Maybe there's different ways that you can now see it that you can't see it in yourself. Yeah.
This is so brilliant. I didn't even know you did this, okay,
Yeah.
until 10 minutes ago. And now it's all I want to talk about. So
I'm cool with that. I can talk about TV forever.
okay, give me an example of a type 6 because obviously I want to talk about myself now.
Of course. No, as you should, and I'm very okay with that as a 2. Let's do that.
Okay, we'll do one character for each of our numbers and then we'll move on. Okay.
Sold. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
It's hard when I don't know what shows people have watched though as well. So
That's
for
fine.
for 6s, I have 3, nope, I have 4
Okay.
that I really like to reference. They're in Dairy Girls. Have you seen that
Oh,
show?
no. Is that
Okay.
DERRY?
Yes, Dairy like London Dairy in Ireland. It's an
Okay.
Irish
Dairy
show.
Girls.
3 seasons, 6 episodes a season. You can power through it in the weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Dairy Girls, Scrubs.
Love Scrubs. I don't know if I've seen enough, but who? Okay, go to. Okay,
Wait.
okay.
Save Dennis Medical.
Save Dennis
Saint.
Medical.
Saint Dennis Medical. Like
Oh,
ST.
okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Sorry. I'm not
That's
near my
okay.
mic
Just
enough.
taking notes over here.
Yeah. And then the last one is Ted Lasso.
Oh, done, done,
That
and
was
done.
that was probably the first one I really like hooked my teeth into for studying, because I was like, this is just perfect because it shows so many different growth and stress situations. But to give you the characters from
I
Ted
could cry.
Lasso,
And there's going to be a new season.
I know.
I know. Okay, we're all
I
fine.
know,
We're
I
we're
know.
sweating
I,
over
I
here.
have all my, you can't really see them in the back there, but those are all Ted Lasso Funko Pops. I'm like,
No.
oh yeah.
Okay, and side note, have you watched Shrinking?
I have, but I haven't finished it yet.
Okay, fine. We won't
So I
discuss.
don't know
Ted
all of their
Lasso.
types yet. But yeah, okay,
God,
so Ted
it's the
Lasso,
best show.
it's so good.
Okay.
So for Ted, Nate is the 6, in my opinion.
Oh God, I
I
know.
know everyone
God, I
says that.
hate this conversation already. I reject my request. I have done all this work with Nate being a 6. I knew it. I should have seen this coming. How did I not see this coming?
I'm sorry. However, I will say on my last rewatch, because I
Oh,
I've struggled with Keely quite a bit because I think she's a nine in the long run, and she kind of is picking up different people's personalities and isn't really
I can
finding
see
her
that.
own until the end. Again, I'm not 100% sure on her. I
I
guess
hear
no
you.
one ever really is, but Nate,
Which I
I
actually
find,
really appreciate you saying,
oh, good.
because that's important to be like, we don't
Yeah.
totally know, but go on.
No, we don't totally know. And I mean, I can think I know, but I change my mind too, because if you're presented with new information, you got to be able to
But
change your
to your
mind.
point, Nate is a six all day.
Yeah, I do think we've gotten that one pretty straightforward. However, on the last rewatch, he became my favorite character. And
What?
because I feel if we
Because
can
you're a
give,
two and you're a genuinely loving
maybe,
person. That's
maybe,
why.
well,
Okay.
we'll pretend. But I did hate him for the longest time. However, if I believe if we're going to give grace to Jamie to be able to grow, then we should be giving the same to Nate, especially because their paths are so similar. Like we see Nate going into a very similar to a low three, where he's like the image of
Oh,
being the best
totally.
and like I need to show that everything's great and I need to do this. And then
And I'm not being
whereas,
appreciated and I'm doing
yeah,
everything and blah, blah, blah.
yeah, and lashing out and like give me the credit, what's going on. But then Jamie does the opposite and he starts really picking up those high level six traits as a three. And he's like support and collaboration and you don't play to me, you play through me. I can't do the accent, but I try.
You did a great job with the accent.
But
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. This is incredible. Okay. I'm literally nervous. I'm like, are we just gonna do this the whole time? Because this is more fun than whatever else we're gonna talk about. Okay, do it too.
People may like it.
Oh, this is
um
so good.
my ultimate two example is always Michael Scott from The Office.
Oh
Always. Always.
my
And
gosh, he's a two. No. Okay.
aggressively. Like, I
You're
don't fear
literally
being
melting my
loved.
brain.
I don't fear being loved. No. What does he say? I don't want people to fear me. I want them to be afraid of how much they love me. I don't need to be liked. I like to be liked. I need to be liked, but it's not like this compulsive thing, like my need to be praised, like all of these things. And yes, we're not talking about behavior, right? But if we look
But
at
no,
the
why would
why,
someone? Yes.
why would someone say that? But also, like, everything Michael does is to be liked. It's to be the favorite boss, to be Jim's best friend, to build a condo so he can have all his kids. And then the one scene where he's interviewed as a kid and he's showing off and he's on some like TV show and he's like, I want to grow up and have all of friends and all my friends so no one can say no to being my friend.
Oh my gosh. You just made me think about one of my friends who, for the longest time, we didn't know his type. And then when he was like, I'm a two, I was like, oh, like so many things made sense.
Right? It's like the veil has lifted. It's like, oh, everything makes sense now. So yeah,
Totally.
he was the big one. He was a big wake up call, I'd say, for me. Because when I entered Enneagram, I was hanging out in those low levels and I was like, I am so selfless and everyone's taking advantage of me and yada, yada, yada. And then I had also worked management at Sephora years prior. So I was kind of watching him and being like, oh, that's my management style. I was trying so hard to be everyone's best friend that I wasn't being, as I should per se. But yeah, it was just really interesting.
You know, it's funny that you bring up a particular example in your own life. I was a manager for a while in a restaurant, and I was the neediest that I have ever been in my life in that particular role because I had
Mm.
just enough quote power to really be an asshole. It's so embarrassing. I was so young, so I can talk about it now. I mean, we're talking like early 20s, okay? Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
But like
100%.
it's humiliating to think of that version of me. And I like, oh my gosh. The boss above me, I she got fired because I made sure.
No,
So
I love this story. Keep going.
I mean, yeah, like I can totally I have that version of myself that
Yeah.
I can literally look back on and just be like, wow. no. Like, I really thought I was going to make everything right in the world because I had the right sight and I knew what to do. And this aggression will not stand type of deal. Woo!
It's so interesting because I've found in the growth work that I don't want to say this to scare anybody, but I was way more confident down there. Like
Mm, mm.
I was like
Hey,
I
I
was
just
like,
took a sip of coffee. We have to talk about this. We have to talk about
okay,
this.
cool,
I
let's do
talk about how
it.
much I miss her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that girl was fearless.
Mm-hmm.
And she would take out anybody. She like there was nothing. I mean, I thought I was hot shit. Let's be real.
Me too.
And I don't know her now. I'm
Same.
like,
Like
I
uh, I had to stop opening Facebook because they'd give you those memories and I'd be like, I
don't.
don't want to look at those pictures because I don't know you. Like who like I probably and this sounds really mean and I believe you'll understand it, but some other people don't always. But I'm like, I don't particularly like you. I love you. I
Totally.
love you, but I don't know if I would be friends with that version of me, which is
Oh,
like the biggest insult for a two to give, I think.
totally. What's that like for you to contact? Like, what's it really like to be with that?
Really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's really difficult. It's something that I repress quite a bit. I
Mm.
joke it off. Um,
Does it take you very quickly into that shamey place? Which, yeah.
yeah, really quickly. And I don't know if you have this situation or if you're in contact with anybody that, you know, you were that version of yourself around, but I find if I'm around those people, then that version slips to the top so easily. Like it's so easily accessed for me.
Kind of
But
like
I'm,
family of origin stuff. Like, it's hard to
yes.
not be who we were when,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I'm just like floating above my head watching me being like, why are you so selfish? And I'm like, wait a minute. Calm
totally.
down.
Yes. I have a very strong empathy muscle for previous me.
Mm,
Like, I don't blame that girl for it. She was surviving. I mean, when I look at my life and I look at who I was in my early 20s, I literally just want to slow clap her because I'm like, you were getting through. You
mm,
were utilizing all the tools that you had at your disposal. Like, I just don't. It's actually interesting because it really helps me in my coaching work where I'm like, I am genuinely not bothered by the grossest parts of you.
mhm.
In fact, as a coach, right? I'm like, this is the goods. This is what we want to see
Yeah.
is for us to be able to both witness the quote worst of you and just like, yeah, that's a human humaning.
Oh, exactly. Right. Like, and that's been I think, I don't know, want to say my biggest opportunity that I've been working on personally, like in my own life, is the neutrality of it all. It's like,
Yes.
if because I can be so neutral with other people and I can be like, you're telling me all these quote unquote again horrible things that you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you've
yeah.
done and you're mad at yourself. And I'm like, it's human. Like we're all human. We're all gonna do this. We're all gonna fluctuate. We're all gonna
Yes.
have our reasons. We're all gonna have all of these things. But I have a hard time giving myself that
Yeah.
level of empathy. So I could probably learn a bit from you on that one.
Well, okay, so let's go there. So how do you do it? Like when you first we have to catch ourselves doing our thing, right? Shaming ourselves, beating ourselves, whatever it is. We have to catch that. And I have a very, very, very recent contact with new empathy for twos specifically. I do work with Jackie Contessa now in we're doing the morning show. And so I
Yeah.
feel like I'm like entering into just a new space of understanding. And I'm like, wait a minute. Shame, it's so obvious, but you know when things go from your head to your heart. I'm like,
Hmm.
so shame for the image triad is the same as fear for me? Like it has cracked me open in a really new way because I just don't think I understood the kind of the intensity and the potential constancy. Because for me with fear, it's a constant bit of work, right? I've never been over it. I'll probably never be over it. But to think of shame in that way, I honestly could cry.
Yeah.
It sounds really
Yeah.
hard. Like all of our deal is hard.
It is. And that's an interesting point that you made there, is that all of our deal is hard. And I mean, again, depending on, our personal development, but we tend to think that we have the hardest struggle too.
Yep.
Um, which isn't necessarily the case. Maybe sometimes it is. Maybe we are having the hardest struggle. But yeah, I don't really know how to explain it because I do deal with it so privately. Like I used to be I don't want to say more open, but more public about it. Like I'll be open with like
Mm,
certain people, but I was pretty public about like things I was going through, about, accident, mental health and things like that.
hmm
But then I just started, this is interesting because I actually have never thought about this very statement that I'm about to make, is that I don't know that I ever really processed how my mind immediately started going to like, oh, people don't want to hear this,
Oh,
you
totally.
know?
Yeah.
And then that's the sort of shame. Then it's like, okay, well, it's not likable to have all of these emotional needs, so drop them down.
So
And
lock that shit
yeah,
down,
lock it down.
basically.
However, I will say, sorry, this is a very long answer.
This is a great answer.
Living alone, I'm finding the balance. I don't want to say I found it, but I'm finding the balance between actually letting myself feel that shame,
Mm,
just even though I'm not necessarily expressing it. Like I'll sit and I let myself feel sad and I will kind of reflect and I'll say things out loud, I'll write things down, but
mm,
it's different than it used to be, where I used to immediately pick up the phone, immediately reach out to someone. And this isn't to say that people shouldn't do that,
right.
but why I was doing it was I was hoping them needing me would fix the pain I was feeling. And I
Oh, so
don't
you
do
wouldn't
that
reach
anymore.
out to them to share your struggle. You'd reach out
Mm-mm.
to them to help them. Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. So it was like, oh, I feel like, can I swear?
Yeah, I've been doing
Okay.
it. Yes.
Okay. So like I feel like
A little
shit.
sweary around
I
here at Inside Story.
Excellent.
Yes.
I'm
Hmm.
such a sweary person. Like I feel like shit, who can I help? Who can I make feel better? Who can I put a smile on their face? And then how, but I wasn't telling myself that I was hoping for that kind of same experience back. So
Oh,
that has been like the biggest opportunity where I'm like, okay, feel this. You don't need someone to fix it. You don't need someone to rub your back right now. Again, that sounds so like hyper independence mode, but it's more just kind of
it doesn't sound that way to me at
having a
all because
back. Okay,
I
good.
think I think an image type, maybe not force. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get too. I like love and hate theory all day long. For you, a two, just stay here. I feel like staying by yourself is not hyper independence. I feel like it's terrifying
Hmm.
for many, many twos to be like, wait, let me not do the reach out because the reach out is essentially away from you. It's almost like when you reach out, it's like a self abandoning.
Hmm.
So to stay with yourself is part of to work, I feel like. Not, of course, all the time,
Yeah,
but when you notice, oh, I want to reach out to feel better, and not because I'm going to say, hey, I need support. Yeah, it's super
never
different.
saying that. Never
Yeah,
ever.
no.
No, it's sending funny reels. It's like, hey, I remember you asked me this question a week ago, or you posted something last week that I somehow have paid more attention to than anything else. Like, hey, let's talk
Yes,
about that. Let's talk about you. What's going on?
totally. Okay, you just did that in such a clear way that that was really helpful.
Oh, good.
So
Um,
when you say, I stay and I feel it, what do you feel? Do you do the like,
mm,
where is this in my body? Like, how do you feel a feeling? All adults still need to learn this.
yeah.
How do I teach it how I teach it. It's just, what are we doing out here feeling our feelings? It's hard.
It's hard for me to say because I feel like in the moment like I'm so wrapped in the moment that sometimes I have a hard time going back and being like, this is step by step what I did.
Oh, that totally makes
But
sense.
it's like I start kind of, this is really weird to say, but I kind of start feeling it like in the middle of my back. Like it's like this
Mm,
kind of like tension that kind of like pushes me forward and I can feel my shoulders like getting higher. So that's when I'm like, no, we have to stop. Like we have to put the phone down. We have to do something, like put on some music, dance it out, sing something, create something, stop consuming, like do something for you. And it's like, but it is just, I guess at that point, it's kind of like maybe I'm not feeling it.
no, I think this is brilliant because there's an intelligence there that's saying you've got a feeling you need to use your body to move that through.
Hmm.
Because I don't think feeling feelings is just, right? We don't sit still and feel the feeling. I think that's kind of the idea that people get, especially us
True.
head types. Well, I'm just gonna think, and then we're thinking about our feeling. We're not all the things. So I think there's a deep wisdom in this where the feeling comes and you must use your body. What I hear is really cool because my head will get in the way of everything you just said,
Mm,
right? I have to spend 6 days thinking about this until I'm like, oh, I could dance or go for a walk.
right.
So there's
And
there's something really intelligent about, uh-oh, gotta use my body. And then I think you do move it through
I
100%.
do. I do want to say that it's not all the time. Like it's not,
Sure,
I
of
can't
course.
always like slip into that so easily, but
Which
I'm
isn't the goal. We're not to do this
no,
perfectly. This is
exactly, right?
the work, which is a
It's
practice.
it's a practice and we're not trying to necessarily like fix ourselves. We're just trying to understand ourselves and move through life in a way that's more comfortable for us. But
Yeah.
oh my gosh, what was I going to say? I do catch myself doom scrolling as well. Like that's a big one for me. That's a big tell for me because
Mm,
I
same.
only doom scroll when I'm avoiding something, when I'm repressing something, when I'm not moving forward
Mm.
on something. So I'll start to feel that and I'll be like, Candice, you have to get up. You have to get up. You have to put music on. You have to go for a walk. Like I've lived in a beautiful neighborhood. Go do something.
Yep.
But then I'll catch myself doing it like I'm still an hour later and I can feel it in my body. Like I can feel my body getting tense and I'm just like, no.
Totally.
So
It's
yeah.
pretty hard, I think, we can have the realization, especially if it's our technology, which let's all remind ourselves is designed to keep us sitting right where we are. So we're against the algorithm and the supercomputers. So honestly, we can all give ourselves a little grace here. I feel once we get through that, just again, this like, because I think this is wisdom for everyone to then do something physical to
Yeah.
move our bodies.
Yeah. Just get the blood flowing, get
Yes.
endorphins back. Like your body and brain, like sometimes I like to look at them as completely separate entities to me. So I can be like, hey, like brain needs a break. So we're gonna focus on body now. Like we're gonna work out
Love
body
that.
and maybe brain will feel better. And then like maybe my body's having a really hard day because again, like car accident things. And then I'm like,
Yes.
okay, let's work the brain, let's play some games, let's do some research. So I kind of try to go
Oh,
back and
that's
forth a
so
bit.
good. Because,
Yeah.
yeah, what's it like? I mean, as much as you want to talk about not any more than that, but like, what's it like when you're dealing with pain and your body isn't as easy to be the helper?
That was really hard for me. Through the early stages, like it's been 8 years now, so it's been quite some time. But it it was hard because I did spend a lot of time being like, where is everybody? Why is nobody like
Mm,
hand and foot waiting on me as the low level two that I was, hanging out back in the day. But now it's just like a little flag. It's like, hey, you're in pain.
mm.
You can chill now. You can take your
Oh,
time. Like it's more I look at it less like a distraction or a frustration or a hurdle, and it's more like a notification. And it's just like, hey, here you go. We're going to let you know
mm.
that your brain's in pain today. So you can make the choice if you want to keep pushing. But because I have that kind of moment with myself, I can be like, Candice, if you keep pushing, you're doing this to yourself.
Right.
So it's that moment of, okay, yes, you're an Enneagram 2. You have to take care of your needs. It is
Ugh.
not selfish to do so. And just literally repeating the stuff to myself.
Totally. Totally. I really have just this week particularly been thinking of this concept. I already said it earlier, but like the work, all that means is we know what to practice. We are not doing the work so we end up a certain way, which I think all of us have like thought and believed. And really accepting that I think is quite difficult because there's an acceptance of like, oh, we really are just in this hard as shit life. Um, okay, I guess.
That's literally it. And I think that's really frustrating too, because people will, ask, they'll be like, okay, well, things are still frustrating. Like, why are things still frustrating? I'm like, because we live on planet Earth,
Because we live on planet
unfortunately.
Earth,
We're
because we
human
have
and
human bodies, because we have real relationships.
yeah.
So thinking of the work as what are my practices? What are the things I'm willing to say to myself over and over and over forever? What are the things I'm willing to do that I actually know work?
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'd kind of rather just sit on my phone and be mad about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's what's so interesting is that it feels easier but equally not easier at the same time to do the thing that makes us angry. Like in the
totally.
moment, it's like, oh, whatever. Like I'm just going to sit down and I'm just going to blah 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 blah. But in the long run, it's so much harder. And this is if you don't mind me throwing an analogy your way.
Please do. I love analogies.
Do you live in a snowy area? I don't know
I
whereabouts you
live in
live.
Texas.
So absolutely not. Well, I'm up in Canada, so it snowed like a week ago.
Oh, I'm so
Um,
jealous.
don't be. But when you walk through snow, like a really, really packed snow.
I have done this. I
Okay,
can
perfect.
I can upload
So
these memories. Yes.
wonderful. Not everyone can. Most of my clients are American and they're also from the southern states. And I'm like, I need a new analogy. Anyway, sorry, that was a
Like, so
tangent.
there's this white stuff.
And it's cold and but okay, so you're looking at this vast park, okay? It's snowy,
Okay.
and you see the path that's been well traveled. People have carved this path. You have carved this path. That's the comfortable thing you've been doing for the last
Mm.
30, 40 years, right? So every time you go to make that new choice, that new inner self talk, that new affirmation, whatever it is, you're stepping in a new path of snow. That snow is going to
Mm.
fight you. It is going to fight you when you are pushing it down. But every time you do it, you're making the path flatter and you're making it easier. So that's just kind of like what I like to think in mind. It's like, yes, this choice might not be comfortable right now, but soon it's going to be just as seamless as the one beside it.
Okay. I do the exact analogy differently. Do you want to
No
hear it?
way.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So I say you got your automatic patterns are like the Autobahn in Germany. Okay. You get in your car and you're just like, zoom, and it's the easiest thing in the world. And you just keep going there. So when you start to do inner work, you're turning toward this overgrown field that's just, full of, you don't know what's there. It's overgrown, but it's going to be bumpy and it's going to be a rough ride. So you get in your car and you just start going
You're just
the
like
exact
plowing it
same
all down.
thing. Yeah.
It
And
is.
you're just like, cha-chung, cha-chung.
Yep.
And it's uncomfortable. And all you want to do is just get back on that Autobahn because it's so easy. But eventually, you will, in fact, carve
Yep.
a different path through this. Yeah. Same,
You
same,
will.
same.
I
So
love that
good.
because now I'm picturing like a car making a design because you have full control. You can create the beauty in this park.
I freaking love that. I love that so
Yeah.
much. It's true. But still, we don't want to. We just want to like get in our car and have an easy ride for crying out loud.
Yeah. Why can't this just be easy?
Why
Why?
can't this just be easy? Oh my gosh. Can we just, let's just, again, because we're humans on planet Earth.
Hmm.
It's kind of, is it embarrassing how much we fight this? Or is it just, what is it about humaning
I
that makes
wish I
us
knew.
believe it's probably a lot of marketing. Um,
That's true.
right? All you have to do is like buy the right products, get your shit together, whatever, whatever, and you too shall live the
I
Audubon
hate that
cleared
so much.
snowpath life.
You
It's
will
just a
live your
lie.
Audubon life.
Yeah.
It is such a lie. And it's convinced all of us that so much should
That we're
just
doing
be
it wrong,
easy.
first of all, if we're not having a
Yes.
great time every day.
Yes. Yes. Like life is meant to be beautiful and wonderful. And sure. However, it's also other things. And the longer we put that off knowing that, we're just going to be so damn frustrated.
It's so true. Okay, so do your work is what we're saying. Um, Even though it's hard, we get it. Get it.
Do it.
Okay. So I want to talk about, okay, I have a sentence. I have a new sentence for shame. I want to know what you think about it. Okay. Shame is a distorted relationship with identity.
Hmm.
What do you think of that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because if we were, I don't want to necessarily say confident or solid, but I mean, if we were confident and solid and felt lovable as we were,
If
maybe
that
we
was your
wouldn't feel
internal
shame as
story.
much. Yeah.
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 So shame is just telling you lies about who you are, or is it more like things you should do? Like, and I know it's super tender because I
Yeah.
get it. If people are like, talk about your fear. So I'm feel very hands off about this. But as
No.
much as
Yeah.
you can share, what is the
Yeah.
story that it's telling you?
To do something different, that what you're doing is wrong, that
Okay.
whatever it is not good enough, that
Mm.
other people are doing a better job,
Ugh.
um that they're not as focused on the same things we are, and they are more, empathetic, and they're more giving, and they're more all of these things than
So
whatever
in
we're
that realm
doing.
of loving other people
Yes.
best.
Hmm. That's
Okay.
really what, at least for me, like I don't want to necessarily speak to other people, but especially I'm a sexual dominant too as well. So it's a lot of I find it very similar to the four's envy actually, where I'm looking outside and I'm seeing, relationship pairs and best friend pairs and things like that, and
Mm.
I'm single, and it's just kind of like, where did I go wrong? And that's where the
Ugh.
shame's just like, well, here and here and here and here.
And it's not the kind of thing that someone can like talk you out of, or and it's not a result of necessarily anything that even has occurred other than like a circumstance of
Mhm.
being single or whatever. So it's really an internal just deal with who
Mhm.
you are and who you're being to earn, because you're an earner like myself, to earn what you want, which is to be loved.
Yep. Yep. It's always telling me that. It's always just saying it's not enough. Like I could never it's almost like being invited to a party, and just for another analogy, I would assume, like as a person, I would need to bring like this food and these drinks and these whatever, except those food and drinks are personality traits. And if I don't have those traits, then I shouldn't even be walking into the room.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah. Working on it.
Yeah, no, of course. But it's probably always will be the wound.
Hmm. Yep,
Do
it
you
is. And I
hear
can look
it?
back. Oh God, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear
See,
it
and
a lot.
I think what I think gets confusing and why this is just, I guess, a rant I have of talking about ones as having the inner critic. I'm just like,
Mm. Hmm.
I just don't even really like that teaching anymore. I'm like, we need a much better way of talking about what ones are dealing with, because what you just described, and I have a very similar thing, right? It sounds very much like an inner critic, and it gets people very sideways in their
Agreed.
self-typing. So I just want to
Totally agree. No,
say
I
these
agree.
words out loud because it's really an incorrect thing to say. Ones are the ones who deal with an inner critic because they really don't say, as does everyone else in
For
their
different
way.
reasons. Right? I know. I actually filmed a reel yesterday along the similar vein, and it was on the Michael Scott reel. Someone was like, "Oh no, he's a 7 because he's a fun, lovable goofball." And I was like,
What the hell? What?
"Well,
I'm sorry to your commenter if they're listening, but
no,
what the
no,
hell?
yeah. Like we can all be fun, lovable goofballs. We can all have these inner critics. We can all have fear. Like it's just how the pattern works and why it works that way
Okay,
for
hold on. I
us."
have to make a note because I just wanted to go down a whole nother thing. But my husband's a one,
Oh.
and he does not think he has an inner critic. To
Ooh,
me,
interesting.
that is what is so revealing, is because they're so fused with this right and wrong thing. It's not even separate from them. So to describe it anyway, I'm totally going off
No,
on a
keep going. I love this.
tangent.
Everyone else
There,
listening, you love this too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's such a fusion. It does not feel separate.
Yeah.
It's just it's a body thing. It's a body
It
thing. It's
is.
not this like da-da-da-da-da-da. Now they can have that too, but it's almost like no more than the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
This thing that they are navigating is so they don't see it as separate from them.
That's such a
Whereas
good
we can
point.
all be like, yeah, I have a critic. I hear a voice. I whatever, whatever. Anyway.
No, I hear a similar thing from ones, and I tell me if I'm, absorbing what you're saying correctly, is it's like it's not that, I'm telling myself I'm bad, it's that I know I'm being bad. I know I'm being wrong, and I know this
Yeah.
is wrong. It's not,
Right. It's not a separate
yeah.
thing I'm telling myself. It's just
Yeah.
the way it is.
Hmm.
He said to me once, I'm like, did I even hear it? What in the world? He said he has never heard really an external expectation from him. To like, he doesn't experience expectations as coming from outside of him.
So
And I was
interesting.
like, and he's married to me. I mean, I'm like, listen, dude, you got to da 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 da. He doesn't hear it from me. I don't know. I really, I'm going to get him on because he doesn't
That's
even know what a
fascinating.
good job he does explaining himself. But when he said that, I was like, what? Because
Yeah.
I hear everything as like an external demand. And I'm like, ugh, always having to, and it only comes from himself.
That's so interesting. What would it be like to be self-driven like that? Like I can't,
Well, I do
you
describe him as the
know?
most capable human on the planet. So there is
Mm,
like, so it's a self-drivenness, but he can't like say no to it.
true.
That's the thing, is because it just,
True.
he doesn't have the ability to be like, hey, we don't have to do that. Ugh.
That's
Anyway,
tough.
love for the ones. Okay.
Yeah. Love, love, love for the ones.
I want to talk about anxiety.
Excellent.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Um, because obviously the sixes get pegged as the anxious ones, and not saying we're not. But I think again, in terms of like typing and what's it like for different types, because of course everybody can have anxiety. So, as much, let's just get into it. What's it like kind of for you?
For me, it's always around other people's opinion of me. Like literally
Okay,
always.
so it's got a hook where
Mhm.
it lives.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And it's like I'll have um anxiety. This is a really weird example, but it's true. Like sometimes I'll even have anxiety just walking to the grocery store. I'll be like, "Ugh, I don't want to like be around those people." But it's
I'm
while
like, oh,
I'm
is that
in
weird?
there,
That sounds totally normal to me.
good. It's normal to me too. But I'm like in there and I am hyper aware that people might see me, and it's just like any little human thing I might do, like I might yawn in a grocery store and suddenly I'm like, these people might have just saw you yawn and you might look really weird and then they might not like you. And I'm like, these people don't even know you. Like, what is this?
Okay, okay. So does your anxiety heighten the shame voice?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So it kind of just it makes it like louder, buzzier, even more we could say like hair trigger.
It takes over. It becomes the, and I don't want to sound like I have multiple voices in my head or anything like that, but it becomes the leading voice.
Mm,
It becomes the inner monologue rather than the one who can tell me like everything's fine, like you're just going to the grocery store, it's
human beings
okay,
yawn
you know,
occasionally.
and
Yeah.
and maybe the cashier might be in a bad mood, and if she is, that has nothing to do with you, and all
Mm.
of these things. But
Self-talk things that probably
yeah.
really help you
Oh yeah.
on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Constantly, and I'm just saying them to myself out loud. My neighbors probably think I'm a little cuckoo, but that's okay. But yeah, it is constant, like you said about the sixes. It's
Okay.
ever present.
So do you okay, well there you go. It's ever present. Do you, but not all twos have anxiety? Or do all twos have anxiety about that piece, would you say? We
I
can't speak for
mean,
everyone, of course, but let's say generally.
generally. And I won't necessarily even say diagnosable anxiety, but I
Totally.
will say like some mental distress, mental
Okay.
frustration of like, oh God, what? Who am I? Am I going to be, what are people thinking about me after I leave? What did people think about what I
Mm.
said? What did people think? What did people think? What did people think?
Do you, that's so relatable, by the way. Do you feel it as well? Like, do you carry any kind of discernible physical anxiety, or is it,
That one's hard to tell just because of the chronic pain of the accident. So like honestly, it is a little hard for me to differentiate because I'm like, is the feeling in my body coming from something completely unrelated or is it coming from my
mm,
head? But it's that upper mid back thing, and
yeah, yeah,
it's a very strange and maybe too literal of a way to take this question. But I
no.
can it's like it starts in the middle of my back, and I can feel it almost like cocooning me. And it's like it maybe it's a form of protection. I don't know, but it's just it envelops me if I don't
Well,
acknowledge it.
it's not lost on me that that essentially is where we would put the heart center.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
I
That
mean, I
makes
don't
sense.
know, but
I'm just like my back.
I'm like, that makes sense to me. Like that whole
True.
area
Mm-hmm.
also has a backside.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's
It's
so interesting.
it's that's very true. It's and sometimes I will say sometimes I get the kind of gut level anxiety where it's like the butterflies in the stomach and the just the really uncomfortable feelings down in there, but it always starts up in the middle, right? Like you said, like right in the
Yeah.
heart area where it's like pay attention to this or we will spread.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay. Even just you saying like sometimes that just makes me laugh because I'm like, most times.
Fair. It's
Like
true.
if it's calm in there, I notice it. I'm like, oh, what's
That's a
going
good point. It's like, hello, are you okay?
on? Which
So
would be
true.
that would be a classic six response is like, oh no, I'm not feeling anxiety. Like what's what's wrong?
What's wrong? What am I missing?
What am I missing? Oh, so
That's got to
good.
be tough too.
Okay. Can we talk about, we briefly touched on this when we were chatting via Instagram, this idea, no, this truth that we as humans create our own feelings inside our own bodies. Also said, other people do not create our feelings. Dependent types might struggle with this a little bit. Tell me sort of your journey with that personally. Yeah, just take that blobby
Ooh,
thing
that's
I
a good
said.
blobby. It's a nicely shaped blobby.
Okay, wait, I'm going to set this up a little bit more for our listeners because not everyone may actually have contacted this idea.
Mm,
It's something I explicitly teach because I work with sixes. You're a coach. I assume most coaches are getting here, but who knows? Um, we as humans, talking to listeners, not you, create our own emotions inside our own bodies. We think that external circumstances and people, etc., are what is making us feel certain ways. And that's how we're all taught as children, even. Did they make you feel sad? Did you make them feel? Okay. The truth is, we create feelings inside our own bodies with our own brains and all the deal. This can be a very hard thing to navigate. Okay, there's my
it is.
setup.
It's yeah. That's. I mean, it's very true, and it's something that clients have struggled with as well. Is they've come to me and say, "Oh, my therapist told me that no one can make you feel a certain way without your consent," and I don't believe that. And I was like, "Well, what if I told you? I think it is true." And it's I guess the way I describe it is like a lot of the time it's the connection we've created, it's our own internal pattern. Like for example, say someone you don't know at all or someone you really don't like. I use a certain presidential example for this usually, but say this person um just
Who?
got on
Which one? Just kidding. Carry on.
the one who is orange. So was like, I had to. Anyway, so like say that person said something ridiculous about you, said something that is just so left field, that is like they're a horrible person, they eat babies, like just whatever dumb stuff that isn't even real, you are not going to register that. That is
Right.
like, that's not going to make you feel any type of way because you're not letting it. Because
That's right.
you have that, maybe you don't have that connection to him or whatever. And yes, you'll have a connection with someone closer to you. And if they say something that will hurt your feeling, but it's because of the connection, it's because of the value that we've placed on the relationship and our place in the relationship rather than them hopping into our brain or our hearts and going tweak.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I was taught that, like, if someone said to me, I really hate your blue hair, but I don't have blue hair, I'm going to be like, that seems like a you thing, because that's not me.
Yeah.
But if it's something I care about, or if it's something I'm sensitive about, or whatever, then I'm going to have a reaction to it because of
Yep.
my internal meaning making, which is
Yep.
exactly what I hear you say.
Exactly. And
So
I
when I
think
was learning this, okay, I was trying this on really earnestly because I am my own best client and I put myself through the ringer of everything I learned. And I literally remember I had opened my refrigerator and my husband said something and I was instantly enraged. And I just remember sitting there with my head in the fridge being like, why would I make myself feel this? This feels terrible. I wouldn't do this to myself. And I just remember that first moment of trying to own my own feelings. And like it was so hard.
it's so hard because once you own it, then it's on you to do something about it.
Exactly. Which,
It's
gosh,
so
that
hard.
just it seems like the easier path if we blame someone else. But then, of course, as we know, if it's true that other people are creating my feelings, I'm completely disempowered.
100%. Then we're basically just marionettes and people are guiding us all over. But
That's
we
right.
have that power. And that's, I think, one of the biggest things to accept in the Enneagram work actually is we can't control how people speak to us, but we also can't, we are in control of how we react to them. And it
That's
doesn't
right.
mean that our feelings can't be hurt. It doesn't mean that we can't be sad or angry. All of those feelings are valid. It's, they're not like, they're not forced upon us. If that makes sense.
Because what my clients hear when we talk about this, what their brains make it mean is then it's my fault if I feel anything bad because I shouldn't feel negative emotion,
Mm.
right?
Did seven say that?
No, it's sixes because sixes are scared of
Yeah,
we're scared of our own
true.
emotion and
Yeah.
this belief, right, that if I'm doing it right, life will feel easy.
Right.
Life
Yes.
should feel what? Easy, comfortable, peaceful. The sixy go to.
Hmm.
Maybe as a two, how should life feel?
Loving.
It
It
should
just
feel
should
loving
feel
all the time.
surrounded with love and care, and
That those are the
that's it.
correct emotional experiences.
Yes.
So this
Anything else?
idea that I'm going to feel grief, sadness, anger, if I think those are bad or wrong, then this concept of owning my own emotions is very tricky. When it's like, "Oh no. When I care about something and I lose that, the appropriate emotion is sadness, grief. When
Yeah.
someone crosses a boundary of mine and I'm instantly angry, that's an appropriate response. So there's a lot of work here around like just because it's a I'm air quoting negative emotion doesn't mean you shouldn't be feeling it.
Exactly. And it's I kind of picture emotions. I know we see a lot of like the wheel
Yeah.
of like the different emotions and stuff, but sometimes, and I don't know, maybe this is just me, maybe it's just some of the clients that I've worked with, but they can look at certain ones and be like, okay, well, this one's looks higher, so this one looks better, which is really strange to me. But I think, yeah. So I'll think of the emotions more like in a line. So like they are all on the same level. There's
Okay.
nothing below, there's nothing above. Sadness, grief, happiness, like they are side by side.
They're all equally
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah.
They're all part of being a whole human being.
They're part of the ticket. They're part of the experience.
Yes. If we
Doesn't
feel
mean we have to
those,
like
then
them.
we're like, that's doing it right.
Yes. Look at us. We are living. We are,
Exactly.
we're not, and I think that's an interesting one for twos as well. And it'd be interesting to hear what you say for sixes, where it's like we are so used to repressing those quote unquote negative
I
feelings
want,
to,
hmm
like do whatever for other people. But it's, we have to remind ourselves that, like, yes, feeling this, we are doing good. Doesn't mean we're necessarily doing right. We're not doing the right thing. Like, I don't want to necessarily put that in anybody's minds, but it's a
I see what you're
good
saying.
thing to
Yeah.
like sit and feel like it's not negative to do.
Okay, this is a perfect segue into the kind of positive outlook, positivity of a two. Like, go, take it.
Oh, I don't know. Got to give me more.
Okay, okay, okay. Is it your job to bring positivity? Is it your like based on your face, I think we've something has occurred.
I don't know that I would say it's my job, but it
Uh-huh.
feels like the nice thing to do. And then doing the nice thing is the likable thing.
Oh, okay. 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 Okay.
Yeah.
Say more. So let's say someone is sad. Let's say
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm sad. Are you going to
I mean,
try to make me feel better?
I'm getting better at that. I've been working on that. That was usually like my immediate
That would be the
response.
reflex.
And probably back in the day I said a few times like at least it's not this, which is horrible. But I do. I'm
Oh,
like it's like I'm so sorry that you're, feeling this way right now, and I like to actually ask my people. I'll be like, "Hey, what kind of support do you need right now? Do you want someone to lend you an ear? Do you want someone to help distract you?
okay.
Do you
That's
want someone to
grown
ask you
up right there.
questions?"
That is very mature.
Yeah. So that way, like, it also, I mean, first of all, it is kind of anxiety driving to even ask that question because, some people think that question's kind of, why are you asking me that? Like, why don't you already know automatically how to talk to me? That's the kind of thing that my brain goes to. But once
I
you
was gonna
get
say because
past,
that question sounds like it would be a lot of work for a two.
it is. It's hard, but it's getting easier because when I've asked that, I can show up in the way that they need and not the way that I assume that they need, which was a big piece of, I don't want to say conflict, but probably frustration, at least for me, because I would show up in a way that I would want someone else to show up for, and that's not necessarily what
Mm.
they wanted. And then I would feel unappreciated. So I'm mitigating all of that by just kind of like asking the maybe slightly Oscar question and then going from there.
What is the level of, and I know it gets easier as we practice things, but like in the beginning of practicing that, what was the level of discomfort in doing it in a new way?
Oh, it's still it's still uncomfortable. Like
Yeah,
it was very high. I will say I feel more comfortable doing it via text. I feel more comfortable doing a lot of things via text just because like
fair.
it's, you know, and maybe that's the face-to-face thing where I'm like, oh God, I'm so exposed and they might not like my facial expression or like all of these
Oh,
things.
wow.
But it is hard. So like if anybody out there is listening and they're like, that's a question that I want to start asking people so I can, show up, just know that it will be hard to do. Just
Totally.
keep trying because you will feel, I don't want to say necessarily more in control of the help that you give, but you'll feel more in balanced with it because
Mm.
you won't be over watering a plant that doesn't need to be watered.
That's such a good analogy. Talk about
Yay.
analogies. Okay. Okay, that's really good. So for two, maybe learn the part of the work is learn to ask more questions,
Yeah, don't
which
be
kind
afraid
of
to
it
ask
kind of
questions.
unseats the two as
Yes.
the best knower.
Hmm.
And so that it gets right at that pride piece.
It really does. It does. And I think
Let's
too
just
much.
highlight
My
pride for a
brain
few
is,
minutes because it's tough. It's tough. It's tough to talk about, but
it
here
is
we are.
very tough to talk about. And I feel that it's very misrepresented
Oh, good. Say
um,
more. Love that.
in the Enneagram world. I think
Well, it's a naughty word, first of all.
it is, but I think at least what I hear from twos is they hear pride and they go, "That's a good thing. Of course, I'm proud of putting everyone else's needs before my own." So it kind of doesn't register the way that I think it should.
That's amazing. To get prideful about pride so automatically
Absolutely.
is, need
100%.
we say more? But
I'll put that, like, I'll put it in posts where I'll be showing the different levels and things like that. And people will just share that slide and be like, see, I told you. But I
that's
do it too.
incredible.
You know, it's so core to us. It's like that pride is so huge. And I don't even really know how to explain it other than being okay with not having all the answers and not being
Mm.
like, maybe this is very five-ish as well, where it's like I don't necessarily like have all I don't want to say anything if I don't have any answers, except for twos will just say everything, even if they don't have the answers, because they're like, saying something is better than saying nothing, because at least I'm being helpful. So it's that pride piece of being like, yeah, I don't have the answer right now.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a really rambly answer.
It was not. No, I'm letting it all sink in because it's so interesting. And I don't, it's just such an important part of two. So I kind of want you to keep talking about it. Like,
What do you
how
want to know?
quick is it? How, like, so something will, I don't know, just tell me more.
It's
I
hard for
want
me
to
to
hear
say.
more.
It's hard to
Do
say.
you
I
know
mean,
it when it happens, or is it
yeah.
so quick and
More now I know when it's happening.
Mhm.
Before it would be like weeks would go by and I'd be like, oh dear. Dear, dear,
Totally.
right? But now it's I can catch myself doing it. Like, for example, I have a lovely Enneagram 4 that lives down the hallway from me. And we will walk her dog together and we have these astrological conversations and Enneagram and human design. And then I'll catch myself like in conversation getting prideful and wanting to be the most helpful with all the answers. And it's like,
Oh
I
my
have all of
gosh.
these answers. Let me share all of this with you. And her and I have had really great conversations about this because I mean, she's a 4. She's spent 50 years learning about herself. So we can have these really open conversations where, oh my gosh, see, there goes my train of thought. It's gone. But I can she has told me, this is what I'm trying to say. We've had the conversation where she's like, sometimes it can feel like, it feels like you know more than I do. And that's not at all what I'm intending to put across, right? So the fact that we can have this conversation is big because that could really wound my pride if I let it. But
Totally.
instead, I'm like, she is attempting to connect. This is what we're doing. Like, this is connection. It's the honesty. It's telling you how we feel. Even if the intent of me is trying to help her, that's not how it landed. So we got to communicate that.
Okay, that is some good friending. I just want to like slow clap y'all for that. This I have this too. My particular brand of six. And I think the motivation is a little different because I want people to know how hard I've worked. Mine's more like I've worked so hard. I know so much because I've worked. It's that's the flavor.
Hmm.
But with the twos in my life, that same dynamic will come up because I'm like, well, I've thought about all the sixy shit. And then my two is like, but I've got to offer you something. And then my block will go up and be like, well, I don't need what you have to offer because I'm so and it can I'm like feeling a little nauseous being this is how we do.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so hard to like knock myself off of because I want to be a good friend and sometimes just let her give me something. Also,
You
like
know,
I can just
yeah.
receive a thing. I don't need to be the know-it-all. She doesn't need to be the know-it-all.
Yeah.
And it's hard for both of us to get off that. And I think that's where the real just love and like I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Talk about rambling. But you're
No,
nodding like
not
I'm
at
making
all.
sense.
No, I'm loving this. This is like you say it so much more since wow, English words are hard. Succinctly, I chose a
Okay.
really long one apparently than I do.
It is a long one. That's hard to say. I'm with you.
God. But yeah, that's so interesting because I had a comment as well from a five recently who was like, I really struggle with twos because they're always, smothering with help when I've done all my research. Like I don't need your help. So
Totally.
it's
Okay. And
it's
is that
funny.
also a two thing? I don't need your help. Is it hard to
That's
receive help?
interesting. It's very hard to receive help, but the reason, at least for me, again, different subtypes, I don't want to necessarily speak to them, but for me, it's how needing help looks to them. So, like, I would rather say I don't need help and be annoyed that no one's helping me than tell
Totally.
you help, because I don't want you to know that I can't help myself. Because if I can't help myself, how can I help you? And you'll never come to me again.
And then what do I have but a literal shame spiral of doom? Yeah. Yes. Where mine is like, well, I'm the most supportive one. It's
Mm,
just a tiny little shift, but it's a big shift.
yeah.
But it's like I desperately want and need support, but like I can't let you know that because I'm supposed to support you.
Hmm.
It's a similar deal. And then but
It's the
it's very
same thing.
comfortable to be in my little, I talk about self-righteousness with sixes a lot. And they all look like I've like just read their mail, right? Like they're so secretly, that's like their secret feeling. And I'm like, can we just admit that we all like a little self-righteousness? People
We
don't
do.
talk about how certain emotions feel great,
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
right?
Yes, they do. They do.
Like
I
I
read.
understand that societally we're not supposed to talk about these things.
Mhm.
But self-righteousness feels so much better than being afraid. I love to hang out in self-righteousness. Now, I have spent enough time with it that I don't love how I behave.
Mhm.
So I do my work there, but gosh, it feels good.
It does feel good. It does. It's like it's like aloe on a sunburn. It's just like it's the most soothing feeling of like, yes, this horrible like this is you and you're beet red and you're frustrated, but you're right.
Yes,
Like, but you're right. It's the same
which
thing
is
with
a
pride.
sturdying. And when I think in terms of physicality, which I do a lot when I think of the Enneagram, is like the posture of getting on top of my fear. I would just
Mm,
so much rather feel sturdy than the ground ripped out from under me. And I'm like, flailing in uncertainty. So I
it's
just don't,
so
that's why I
true.
don't judge these emotions because I'm like, they function for us.
Yeah.
So, like, pride is just going to feel so much better for you than being with your shame buddy.
Hmm.
That's not fun.
No, it's not fun. And there's different ways to look at, both pride and self-righteousness. Like we can use these things as tools rather than, cruise controls, right? Like I can take
Totally.
pride in my ability to acknowledge that I have needs. Like that's something
Oh,
that I can take pride in, right?
okay, that's good.
So we don't necessarily have to, like you said, like hide from these so-called negative things because they're just part of the kaleidoscope that is who we are. Like if we didn't have them, there'd be a space missing.
Totally. And to use your tool that you just did, like I could actually use my self-righteousness, like to remember that I actually have accomplished things and that I actually know things.
Yes,
Instead
right?
of-
Oh my God, I say this to sixes, and I'm sure you say it to sixes all the time. It's like, tell me about a time you were worried and it worked out. Like, tell
oh,
me
they
about
hate
all
it.
of these, right? Tell
They
me
hate
about a
it.
time that you kicked so much ass that no one could ignore it.
Deny. Yeah, no, they hate it. They
So,
don't remember their brains go blank.
right? It's like,
They're
wait,
like, I
huh?
literally do not know.
Right? I wonder, and that's so funny because but then you're in a situation with someone who's like a two, and then it all comes flooding back, and it's like, no, I
Isn't
am
it?
right.
Yes.
We just kind of
Oh
have to be able to kind of now I'm picturing like the Inside Out movie. Is that what it's called? With all like the core memories
yes.
that float through the back. We can kind of like just pick it up and like notice that it's there and put it back when we don't need it.
It's so good. It's so good.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. This is so good. This is when I get to the point in the conversation where I'm like, I don't even know how to, this is just so great. Okay. Let me see if I have any. Oh, I have one written down. I want to talk about anger.
Ah,
Take it away. I do think this is a hard one for twos.
it's hard. I'm angry so much. Like I really am, and it's that's one of the it's quote unquote in my brain naughty emotions where
I
it's
was
like
gonna
this
say, but
is
that's not nice, right? It's
mm-hmm,
got some boundaries around it.
it does, but I mean I don't really know how else to speak to it other than like I've been just trying to give it a seat at the table where I'm just trying to say like hey like you're welcome here. If
Okay,
people
I'm gonna walk you through this. So take
yep
me back in time. Was when
mm-hmm,
anger didn't have a seat at the table
uh-huh.
because you were a maturing human and didn't know that was a thing that might need to occur. How did you then deal with it? Was it
I mean I want to say I didn't, you know, I it goes back to the reaching out to people. I would always
mm-hmm.
reach out to someone so I could talk about it, which I don't do now. Like I said before, like I mean sometimes when I just need to kind of get it out, but it was like I need people to know how I'm feeling and that which is really interesting. But it wasn't that I needed people to know how I was feeling. Now that I look back, it's what I thought back in the day, but I was looking for validation. I was looking for someone to tell me that it's okay that you're angry. Like this is an emotion that's allowed. It's not a bad thing, but I would either try to recruit people to like be angry with me or try to get them to
that?
fix it.
I think what I see
Yeah.
is like I'm gonna tell a story in such a way and you're gonna feel what I feel and then I'm gonna feel okay.
Hmm.
Just also a very sexy thing to do, but it's just different with two. It's sometimes
Yeah.
you just can't, it's like it's the same, but it's just different.
It's the same, but in a different font, I swear.
And then, because then as a six, when I sense someone is trying to make me feel a certain way, of course, all my weird stuff just like flares.
Mm.
Then
Hmm.
I'm mad that whatever. But this is what it is. So there's a lot of storytelling.
Yeah.
And it's like I have to add more details so that you really get, okay, okay.
Yep. So you can really experience what I'm feeling. And I wonder if this is a piece of pride as well, because it's like, it's the pride behind, I don't do this often. I don't share how I'm feeling very often. So now that I'm doing it, it's a big deal.
And I'm letting you in. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so glad you said that. And
Yeah.
that's just really understandable. Okay? That's just regular humaning. Okay. So
It
then
is.
you have your experience and you're growing and you're maturing and you're learning things and you're like, "Oh, anger, I guess is a human emotion
Who knew?
that I guess I'm allowed to feel and doesn't automatically make me a terrible
Yeah.
person." So now, tell me about this table. Another analogy I use, but tell me more how you use it.
I it's I'm really not good at explaining things apparently. It's like my mind's drawing a blank, but it almost becomes a conversation with anger.
Mm,
Like it's tell me what you need me to know. It's
mm.
what really is bugging me because usually that trigger or the whatever it was that tipped me off isn't what is actually bothering me. So it's like talk to me anger. Like why are you mad? And then it's kind of strange again, but I sit in my apartment by myself with my cat and I'm just talking it out. Just talking. Like I'll like did you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine? You watched that?
Enough to know the gist.
Doesn't matter. My cat is Detective Charles Boyle, so I'll just be so I'll just be like, Detective, I'm really pissed off right now. And, you know, I'll still have that story. I still be able to kind of scratch that itch of I need to not fabricate, but speak it into
Yeah,
existence. I
yeah,
know that it's real and
yeah.
I
Mm,
get angry. And then instead of having that, conversation with someone else and having high expectations for how they're going to respond, how they're going to react, what they're going to say, what they're going to think of me. Instead of that, I'm kind of speaking it out loud and then catching myself in the moment, and not
What are you
catching in a
trying to
bad way.
catch?
Yeah, yeah, that's like it's an interesting thing, but it's usually it's like, oh, that's what it is. That's what's actually bugging you. Not this stupid comment that someone made about absolutely nothing. Not the
Got
the
it.
lady at the grocery store who gave you a slightly weird look. Maybe like it's not that. What is actually making you mad?
Can you think of an example of what the truthier piece might be?
It's very situation dependent,
Of
but
course.
usually the anger it just stems from not feeling seen, not
Yeah.
feeling loved, not feeling
Hmm.
it's that it's the reciprocal thing. It's the okay, well
Yeah.
my eyes are always on everyone everywhere all the time. Why are nobody's eyes on me? And that's
Totally.
where the anger comes from. But then it usually comes back to, well, because they all have their own lives and their own
Totally. Well, and
personalities.
maybe you are maybe it's hard. Maybe it's hard to communicate to others. Yeah,
Hmm.
what you would want them to do directly.
Yeah. And then you know what? It's interesting that you say that because sometimes people will ask, right? They'll be like, what, like when I ask, like, what kind of support do you need? And suddenly I don't know.
Oh,
And then I'll realize that like what I need from them is them to take care of whatever's bothering me. And they can't do that. Like that's not something they can do for me.
I
So,
also want to just say they could. Okay. I also just want to say people could try things because sometimes, right, when we're like, tell me what you need, we can't do that, especially if
hmm,
we're really suffering. So I also like people could just like bring you flowers or
true.
I don't know, make you soup. Like what would a two do? They would do nice things.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I just also want to say it's also twos are really good at guessing and doing, which is
Hmm.
something I do think we actually need more of. So
Yeah.
just to highlight like
That's
the
nice.
beauty. No, there is
Yeah.
a real beauty in someone just showing up.
Hmm.
Maybe they didn't nail it exactly right, but like I was in a really rough spot recently. And my friend, she was like, do you need dinner? Do you need this? She was sixing about it. And I was like, I don't know what I need. And she just bought me some stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't need money. She was like, here's a coffee card. And it was so meaningful to me that she just did something. So I really want to like also just like, hey, wait a minute. Twos are amazing. And having people who will just show up even if it's not exactly right. Like if we didn't have that in the, I don't know, I'm getting very emotional about this actually. If we didn't have that in the world, gross.
Yeah.
That's not
I
a
agree.
place we want to live where there aren't people who just decide what needs to happen and are capable to do it.
Hmm.
Because let's talk about this about the Enneagram and twos. There's something about the way two is taught that misses the capacity, the willfulness, and the I don't know, it's ambition.
Hmm.
Twos are powerful people. And
Yes.
when two is taught as this helper,
Oh, I
it
really don't. I don't like it.
misses
Yeah.
the power inside. I'm like, whoa. Like when you really get to learn what Enneagram 2 is, you're like, dang,
Hmm.
there is just some power and some strength and some true, I don't know, just take it from there. This, you're nodding a
There,
lot. So I'm like, yeah.
there's an energy behind twos that I think is misrepresented as well. It's like I feel that we come across or we're represented as these like
The church lady potluck makers.
yeah,
That's what
the
it,
hi guys, let's bring you brownies. Da, 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 da. That's and that sure, that might be the case for, some of us, but it's not it doesn't, share the whole story. Like we're the people who you might live 8 hours away, but you tell us that you're sad or something, we're driving. We are picking up the car. We are getting you your favorite meals, your favorite drinks, your favorite this, and we're driving there. Like we are going to take action. Like I think that is missed a lot. We're very action forward.
very action forward and extremely capable. That's the
Hmm.
piece that and I'm probably not every two, but there really is a capacity that I just think it's really missed. And
It's true.
I'm just going to keep saying the same thing over and over. It's just,
No, I'm like,
because I
yes,
think
I
it's
agree. I'm like, I don't
important.
know if I can elaborate on
Yeah.
that.
There's just a lot. And there's also the desire to be special is a
Yes.
powerful energy.
Hmm. It's a desire to be special. And like you said, like the capacity is like we always think we can take on more. And then the more
Yes.
we take on, the more special we are, the more the pride inflates. And it's an
Have you
interesting
ever
cycle.
been in like a space with another two and had a competitive thing? This has to have
Um,
had happened somewhere. Not for you necessarily. I'm just like, oh, I'm so curious now.
in general, I've had competitive like with clients and things like that. Like I oddly enough, like the most common number in my life is six actually. So this is kind of interesting. But I've had the competitive edge people telling me about twos, but actually the way when I think about it, I don't know if I see it as competition as much as I see it as ego inflation. Like if there's another two, like I've had a specific person talking to me about another two at their work, and it's like, well, they brought in this and then they did this, but I did this and I did this. So it's competitive in a
Totally.
different way.
Mm, totally.
It's like, how much have you
Yep.
done for them, though? It's
Yes.
not like how much have you accomplished, how much have you achieved, how much work have you done? It's how much have you done for other people? Like, is your name going to be spoken in rooms that you're not in? Because if it's not, then what are you doing?
Okay, that is really insightful. Okay. I just like twos more and more lately. I think when you spend time really with a type, I don't know. I just really fall more in love with them
Yeah.
generally because I'm like, oh, I think it's easy to be like, oh, I don't like such and thus number.
Hmm.
I mean, ugh, drives me bananas, but we know people do this all the time. Oh, I can't
Of
stand
course.
bloody blahs. It's like, what are you
Of course.
talking about?
Yeah.
And one, what are you talking about? Two, I'm actually, oh, I just chagrined my own self because I've been on a little bit of an eight yammer negative thing that I need to figure out.
Mm, touche.
Just
No,
caught
I do that too.
myself being all, people need to da da da. And my brain's like, oh, really, Kristin? What about this? I'm like, okay, I back off. I back off.
But that's so funny that you just did that because that's what it looks like. That right there is the friggin' Enneagram work. Like people will ask like how will I know I'm doing the work? Just like
I
that.
can
It's
catch myself doing my
yeah.
thing. And then I don't fall into a big shame spiral. I'm just like, oh, there I am.
Oh, saw it. Cool. Moving
I was
on.
getting
What's
in my
next?
self-righteous thing and then I was like, oops.
Exactly, right? Like it's
So good.
yeah, that's such a good point.
Okay, okay. I feel really good about what we're doing here. What do you want to is there anything you want to add? Are there particular things about the work for two that we haven't touched on?
I don't think so. I think we talked about like the main pieces I want to talk about the work for twos, but I think the main message I want to get across is acceptance. And not acceptance in a way where it's like, well, can't change it anyway, can't do this, can't do that. It's just, okay, this is what is. These are the pieces of me. And now we move forward. That's,
Mm,
because once I think that's the hardest piece that at least my clients have is the acceptance piece. That's what we keep going back to. It's like, okay, well, they're not doing this, or this isn't happening, or this isn't. It's like, yes, and it's kind of like improv in that way. It's a yes and okay, what now?
okay, I would say acceptance is 100 million% the same place. I always, always trying to do this with people and myself. I mean, I think it is the work for everyone, but I am curious with twos because of the whole wiring. When they go out, it's this person and they need to blah de blah. How do you bring them back? And is it just so hard? Because
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no, that's it. I'm just like, what's that like to attempt?
It's a lot of self-affirmations. It is. And it's
Mm,
interesting because I don't know if other twos might agree with this, but some of my clients have, and I know I do. I've always hated affirmations because it feels selfish. It's like, why are you fluffing yourself up like this. Who do you think you are? So that's
Wow.
also part of it too, where it's like we are allowed
Oh,
to tell ourselves that we're doing a good job. We are allowed to, to also tell ourselves that maybe we're not doing as good as a job as we think we are. We're allowed to tell ourselves all of these things. We don't have to repress it and push it all down in favor
okay.
of.
I think this is like full circle and a really good way to close because what we're talking about is back to identity.
Mhm.
So if the shame is like, who do you think you are, puffing yourself up, that is that distorted relationship with our own identity. So what I hear you saying is essentially it's identity work
Mhm.
that you get to tell yourself who you are, what you're about. And I imagine that this, what you want to believe about yourself, it just comes right into conflict with that shame voice.
Mhm.
So how does one win out? Or is it just a daily practice? I mean, that's what it,
I
and
definitely
seeing the
see it.
difference, right, would be the
Yes.
key. This is what I want to be believing about myself. And I know this voice is here, but
Mhm.
this one isn't necessarily the truth.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just, I feel it's just consistently telling yourself that. It's the consistent expression with yourself that this is what's allowed to be. Like you're allowed to do all of these things. You're allowed to be this person. And something that you said is like I can't remember exactly what it was, but I don't know. I've seen it a lot with twos and I see it a lot in myself where it's like we're not necessarily creating our personality, but we're curating it. We are putting certain things forward that certain people will like and doing things like that. So we don't have to be curated all the time. Like we don't have to
Mm,
be this like perfectly likable, nice and giving person forever. Like sometimes we're allowed to be human.
mm,
All the time we're allowed to be human, but small steps.
totally. And then when you are that, though, is there like acceptance that your shame is coming for you and you're going to have to kind of navigate it? Like you're not,
Absolutely.
you don't get to just be yourself and then not have your shame voice be like, wow, what was that
Yes.
about?
Yes. Yes. And
Oh,
we're, the, we can't run from that voice. We can't run from that inner thing. We can't act like it's not there because then we're just completing the cycle in a different way.
totally.
However, we are going to do it. Like I
Yeah,
don't want anybody here listening to think like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be repressing. I need to stop doing this. We are going to. And
that's what
it's
I'm saying.
the
Yeah.
acceptance. It's just, yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, I have this. Yes, I have this. And
Mm,
I still love myself and I love everyone else. I find Enneagram to be the great equalizer because if we
totally.
have all of these levels and all of these stresses and patterns that we don't love, then so does everyone else. So it's just like we're all here. We're all doing this.
Totally. And this is my rant with eights. So I'm like, they're not doing it. They're just enjoying their lives.
I feel that way about a different type to me.
I'm just jealous. I'm just
No,
jealous.
I get it. I get it.
Oh, it's so
I hear
funny.
you. It's true.
Um,
And oh, it's true. We all feel like other types have such an easier time, but they just have a
I
different
know.
time than we do.
I'll get there. I'm on my journey. I'm like, I just
So do
want
I.
to live. I just want to be unreasonably confident.
That'd be nice.
I know. Whatever. It's
Could you
fine.
imagine?
I can't. I did. It's there. Okay, so this is just so there's this piece of coming back to why is it actually great to be me?
Mm,
Right? What do I actually bring to the world that I actually value? So, like, for me, the fact that I care so much about people, which is a source of great angst and horror in my life, it's also the thing that matters most to me. So,
hmm.
would I trade that? Well, I actually wouldn't.
Right.
And I actually do get to help people in a way
Yeah.
that like is so meaningful to me. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't trade it. But man, does it just like I would just like to not care sometimes, but oh, good freaking luck. I do.
Yeah. We do. It is
Yeah.
it is what it is. And yeah, I
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say something, but it's completely left my brain. I'm
Well,
sorry.
just like what there really is to even in your personalitying, being a two is a beautiful thing.
Hmm. It is. If, like, we all have these just wonderful highs, and this is going to sound strange, but we have wonderful lows. These lows teach us something, and the more we want to be something different, the more
The
frustration we're
harder
going
it
to
is.
give ourselves, right? It's just, and specifically for twos, I will say, like, I try to pull away a lot from the when people tell me about themselves. I don't want to hear what you do for other people. I want to hear about you. Like, I want to hear,
Mm.
I need you to tell me literally about you. So it's gaining the identity back, I guess, in a way, because our identity is so tied to everybody else.
That just blew my mind. I'm like, yeah. What do they say? They must struggle. It's me asking my clients, like, tell me, 10 accomplishments that you've done in your life. And their brain's like, blank slate. Okay. Holding
it's-
people to this,
Yeah.
like, you have an identity outside of everything you do for others.
Everything you do for others, what other people think of you. I want to know who you are at 9 o'clock at night when no one else is around, and it's just you. That's who you are, and that person deserves to be known.
Okay, that's where we're going to end it. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for navigating the scheduling, what have yous, and we made it. This was wonderful.
We did. Thank you for having me again. It was so fun.
I'm so glad to know you. We will talk again.
Yes.
Bye, Candice.